And I have to say, I hate that now.
You just escape from one of the biggest problem in trading, FOMO, just like that.
You are chained to the charts. You cannot leave the screens. You don't have that freedom.
Thank you for being here with me on Zoom, Melanie. Let's start, let's say, with the beginning, because many people ask this question when they want to start trading. I have this type of job, can I do trading? Or I have this type of business, can I do trading? I'm a college, can I do trading? This type of questions that everyone has when they want to actually, start to get involved into trading. So tell me a little bit about yourself, Melanie. Where are you from and what you do right now for a living, maybe what you do right now?
So I'm based in Manchester, in the UK. Currently, I work in housing. So my job title is a lettings negotiator. So I work for profit for purpose organisation, but my role is predominantly sort of dealing with what we call market rent stock, which is more like for your private clientele group. So yeah, I've been in housing a long time, but the pay isn't the greatest.
You basically have a full-time job. This is what you mean, yeah?
I do.
So because people believe that if they have a full-time job, they don't really have full time for trading and things like this. And sometimes, indeed, when you look at traditional trading, like when you need to stay in front of charts like hours and hours and watch the screen and watch, that's madness, and that's for sure is no way for you to also have a job and do trading. But I think right now the situation is a little bit different. Yes, when you trade with statistics and probabilities, when you don't really need to spend that much time when you place the trades. Of course, you need to spend time in order to learn how to do it in the
Mhm.
beginning. That's no doubt into this, but you saw that it started getting easier and easier, and you can choose the time that you want to trade and stuff like this. So, Melanie, let's start with the beginning. Like, how did you discover me? How did you find out about Trading Busters?
It was the beginning of this year. I come across trading by pure fluke. I saw some other trading gurus, as you call them, on Instagram. It kind of sparked some curiosity in me, and I joined one of their groups. But their trading is based on trading analysis, which I know you hate. And I have to say, I hate that now too, because something that I realized after a few months of trying to get into it, it was a bit of a mug's game, really, because although some people are good at that form of trading, I thought that it felt like gambling because everybody interprets the data and analyzes the charts very differently. And it's very subjective. So depending on how you analyze that chart or that candle or whatever dictates the outcome, and it's either going to be a positive outcome or a negative outcome. And like you say, it does evoke a lot of emotions with that type of trading, and I just didn't feel that it was something that I could learn, because it just seemed a bit of a lottery, if that makes sense. So I came across you guys on Instagram. I was, again, saw quite a lot of your posts, followed you for quite some time. I didn't kind of take the leap initially because I wasn't too sure, because I'd had a bit of a bad experience with the other side of it. But then I decided to give you guys a go, put my trust in you, and the rest is kind of history, really.
That's a great answer. And you said about the technical analysis, and it's very subjective. You already know this, that I just hate technical analysis. Not just about that. I'm against it because it make you go mad sometimes. I've been there. I mean, I'm not talking about things that I believe that this is the way with the technical analysis, but I've been there trading using technical analysis for like 5 years. My 5 years in trading, I was trading, support, resistance, supply, demand, and
Yeah.
all this stuff. And I just think about myself back then when sitting with the phone. Should I enter this trade? Should I not enter? Should I exit? Should I increase the lot size? What risk should I use? It's a negative strike, change everything, analyze a chart on 5 minutes, then swap it to 50 minutes. And there are other, like 100 possibilities to go wrong, another 100 possibilities if I look better to go short.
And you change to
Madness.
charts with that methodology as well. You are chained to the charts. You cannot leave the screens. You don't have that freedom. And you can't just, switch off, I don't think, from it either.
Yes, it's keeping you there. I mean, like, even if, because I did made money in that period, but it was that roller coaster, like made money this month, then lose back, then make money again, then lose a lot. And, the stress and everything, I say, okay, there's no way for this to be actually trading because you're not gonna live longer if you are trading just like that. Uh, and there is no life. I'm saying this how many times I have the possibility to tell people that if you are trading like traditional trading, when you need to take decisions, that's not really the life, where it's not a good life for you and for your family, for people around you, because when you still have, and trading few thousands of dollars is not really that stressful, let's say. But then, when you start, putting even more money into that, it's going to be even stressful and stressful. And I didn't see to be the way, that I want to spend my life just, stressing out every single minute. You saw the difference now when you know exactly what to expect out of trading. It's something else, you can just place the trades and you don't really care if it's going to be a loss. You don't care if it's going to be a win. Of course, you're going to be happy if it's a win, but it's not like that enthusiasm, like, whoa, it's just a trade. It's a winning trade, the losing trades, nobody cares. You know the system and you know that in the end, you're going to make money. So this is what I'm trying, to explain to everyone. But because this trading concept is like nobody else is using, it's not that easy for me to, it's not easy for the people to actually, believe in what I'm saying. So that's why I even opened this mentoring program to start, showing people that it's another way to trade and everything else you saw out there. And it's gonna make your life easier. And it's easy. I mean, like there is no rocket science. Maybe when people thinking about probability statistics, they are thinking about you need to be a mad genius or it's not really like that. I mean, like it's just pure logic and that's it.
Yeah, and that's the thing. I think once you can see and know that you can place your trust in a system, I think that just removes any of that kind of negativity away and the stress away as well.
Yes, and you saw the FOMO also, which is, you've been there. It's one of the biggest
Yeah.
problems. Should I enter this trade? Should I not enter? Then you enter. Then some other times you don't enter, and then you regret that you didn't enter. And so it's like flip your finger and that's gone, just like that. You just escape from one of the biggest problem in trading, FOMO, just like that,
Mhm.
because you understand that you don't care about that trade. It doesn't matter if it's a loss or a win. You just need to execute it, and that's it.
Yeah.
Nothing else. Melanie, like, why did you decide to work with me and not with someone else? Like, what convinced you? Because you say that you traded before with someone else, then you saw my ad, but even at that moment, you could choose, to trade with anyone else or even learn on your own from YouTube or anything else. What convinced you to work with me, with Trading Busters?
I think what convinced me was a couple of things, really. One, how you come across yourself and how you portray Trading Busters in your company. You come across very sincere and very genuine, and you do have your customers and your clients and your community's best interest at heart. You're not there to, you know, exploit these people within your community. You're there to basically try and get them on the ladder, and in a position wherever they want to be. That was one of the biggest things for me, and I think it was just having that trust. Because I had, like I say, I'd had a couple of bad experiences, but I decided to take a chance on you, and I soon realized that I had made a good decision. You have evolved quite significantly since I joined as well as a group, in terms of some of the services and improvements that you have developed and in turn, passed on to your community and to your client group. The fact that we've got support there, we've got someone that we can go back to and ask if we're not sure about something, got an account manager. You've just, with the mentoring program, looking again, it's just, everything's just kind of evolved. But in terms of like, why did I decide to come with you? But yeah, it was basically because you seemed genuine in terms of what you wanted to achieve for everybody. And it's just that kind of unselfishness that you have, that you give, I mean, I dread to think how many hours a day you actually work, because you're posting at all different times of the day. You're doing these types of meetings, you're doing the webinars. You're dealing with a client group that's all over the world with all different time zones, and just seems like no trouble or no effort for you.
Thank you for this detailed answer. First of all, yes, first I've been, like me and, just, offer some services. But then, I realized that I cannot handle this on my own, like, or I could handle on my own, but not in the way that I wanted to do it. Like you say, that you felt that it's not just about, to grab some money from the services, but really, provide a very good service and give you the chance to get to where you want to be there. And I realized that there is no way for me to do this on my own, because it's not possible when in terms of timing to do this. So that's why, I got on board a lot of people from the community. They are right now account managers, people that been with me from the beginning. Those are the people that are working behind me also, because all the time I've been working with people from my community and try to give them back even more. So, and also people that want to give back to the community. So that's why everyone has an account manager, because even if you have all the information, there are all the time some, small things that you may not understand. And that small thing can actually lead to someone lose the money because of that mistake. So that's why,
Yeah.
I prefer to get people on board and offer an account manager to be able to get an answer, like soon as possible, not sending emails and wait 24, 48 hours to someone to reply to an email, then send back an email. And so that was not the way that I was thinking about trading busters, how it's going to look and evolve around the world. And then in the second part, when I decided to I received a lot of messages, why you don't teach us, why, because I offered only signals at the beginning, why you don't teach us, why you don't teach us. And I knew that if I'm going to start teaching people how to trade in my way, because it's something new for me, like just recording some videos and post them on my website and give people the chance to buy them, it's not really gonna help them that much, because I don't really believe that you can learn all this process that I'm doing, everything we're doing here, just from an online course. So then I come up with the idea to bring people that have been with me for a long time, and they did a one-to-one mentoring with me over the year. They become successful, and I asked them, okay, what do you think about getting also involved in this and give back to the community and teach them how I also teach you. So in that moment, we came with the mentors. I was able to provide the service that I wanted to provide, value for the people, and give them for real the chance to become, successful traders. Because you saw all these videos, that the recorded mentoring program, there's a lot of explanation and everything is step by step, and you cannot go back to the next one until you do the homework, and stuff like that.
And rightly so.
Yes.
Rightly so.
That made my life more hard. I know that people, we just go from like through all of them, just watch them just like that, watch them and skip and go even further and further without absorbing anything. Maybe some of you will absorb the information, maybe some of the others didn't pay attention, or maybe they talk with someone else in the moment when they watch the videos. And I knew that this is going to happen, because it's something normal. So then, I come with the idea, okay, why not should we do like homeworks? And, so many of the people that joined the mentoring program, to be honest, they were not that happy because of this. Like, and I got messages Not from you, Melanie, but I got messages from people, why don't give us everything? Why should I do homework now? It's in your best interest. When you do homework, you cannot just go to the next stage until you completely not understand the first one. You completely understand the first one, then you go to the next one. Completely understand it, do the homework, then the mentor will check the homework. If it's correct, you're going to get access to the next module, to the next module, and to the next module.
When you're learning to drive a car, they don't just give you the keys, do they? You've got to have lessons. You've got to you've got to take the test. You've got to put the time in.
I really believe, and I really put a lot of time into this mentoring program. And I didn't want to be just another online course that you can buy and that's it. So that's why it's a entire structure there with these homeworks. And even after you finish, because you have your mentor, that can help you out with that small questions. If you ask the question somewhere, to be somewhere there to answer the question for you, that can save maybe weeks or even months of timing, because otherwise you'll need to test it and everything. But that case, you just ask your mentor, you get the answer, and that's it.
But that was one of the other things that I loved about Trading Busters and yourself, was the fact that, one, we do get that personal touch, and the other thing that I love, which is not everybody's cup of tea, is your brutal honesty. You don't wrap anything up. You tell it as it is. And if something's not good or whatever, or if something's, you think a way of doing something is not right, or you just like, it's there, it's, this is it, that's how it should be.
Sometimes you need to be direct, because this is gonna save so much time.
Yeah.
Going around all the time and try, to say things in a very nice way. Okay, it's nice sometimes, but it's not efficiency. So, you need efficiency, especially in this stage when you learn. So that's why, I'm this direct, I like to be direct with people and tell what I have to tell. So yes, like you say, some of the people appreciate this. Some of the people maybe get a little bit upset in the beginning, but then they really realize that it's in their best interest, to be directly and efficiency.
Definitely.
Melanie, what problems did you initially want to solve before, let's say, not joining Trading Busters, because you've been joining the Signals group first, we traded and so on, you'd be happy and so on. But what convinced you, to go into the mentoring program? What problems did you want to solve with this mentoring program?
The reason why I joined the mentoring program was more from an inspiring point of view, really, because I'd seen what you was doing, I'd seen, the results that you was achieving, and I just, thought, well, I hope that one day I will be able to do what you do. That was kind of my, and still is my ambition, and something that I want to achieve in terms of being independent, because it's all right following signal groups, but unless you understand the principles behind where those signals are coming from, then you're going to make catastrophic mistakes.
It's really not the way, to do it. Okay, you can make some money, but that's it. And even you know the signals are good if you don't really understand, if you are not okay with the risk, if you don't really understand the principle behind it, you can even lose money even if the signals are profitable. Especially, let's say, for example, your risk is too high, you will go through a negative strike and you're just going to lose your account because of a negative strike. Over long term, the signals are very profitable, but because you didn't know how to manage the risk, you didn't know the statistics of the system and so on, you're just going to lose your money because of a technical mistake, and that's it. It's not really comfortable to rely on someone else. If, for example, I decide to just finish a signal group, what you gonna do?
Well, that was one of my fears, because
That's it.
I joined Trading Busters to basically, better myself financially, and improve my financial stability and security, because my aim is that I want to be able to buy a home for me and my son, and that's my goal. We had some very unfortunate circumstances a couple of years ago, and we lost our home, and we've been in temporary accommodation since, and I want to be able to be able to hold my head up high and be proud and say, this is ours, and not ever have or be in that situation again where, someone could take something away from me that's so precious. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, I mean, that's where I'm coming from. And I thought, well, if this is as good as what it is, and I've potentially got an opportunity here to supplement my income with a view to hopefully being able to rely on that as an income going forward, then what happens if Trading Busters doesn't exist anymore and them signals switch off? You've got a life, your circumstances might change, you might want to progress into something else. There's all different variables that could happen in the future. Nobody knows what will happen in the future. But yeah, so that's why for me, I just like, and I'm just one of them people that I like to know how things work. I'm just naturally curious and inquisitive, and I don't like to be beaten on things. So like, yeah, it's like with the mentoring program, that's what's kind of like, I thought, no, this is an opportunity here, and I'd be a fool not to take it up. I'm not going to lie, it's been hard work. And if you've got anybody in the community who is thinking of, joining the group, they need to understand that they've got to put the work in. It isn't just a case of watching some videos and away you go. You have got to put the time and the effort in, otherwise you won't reap the rewards.
Exactly, because I'm giving everything, but if the people that watching us, they need to understand, like you said, man, that you need to put into the work. If you are not willing to work to achieve this, it's not gonna work like that. Okay, I mean, like just from the basic principle that you need to do homeworks. So basically, those homeworks are not just completing something and it could take you like few minutes and it's just, I'm saying homework just because, it's a nice work and it's a mentoring program. No, people need to understand that those homeworks are time consuming and you have
Yeah.
to do it because otherwise you're not going to get to the next level. That's it. If you don't want to do the first homework, you're not going to get to the next module. Doesn't matter who you are, what you are doing, what you are saying, and stuff like that. People need to understand, like you say, Melanie, yes, that you need to put into the work because it's in your best interest. I mean, like, for me and my team, this is a hard work to do. It's a very time consuming, even convince people why you need to do the homework. Otherwise, I could just, put everything online, leave everyone to, go from the first to the last module, and whoever understand, okay, who is not understanding, also okay. But again, like you say, things that you appreciate in this community. I'm not here just to provide another online course. I really want, to have a community and for me to be able, because my goal, let's say, with Trading Busters is to reach top levels around the world. And I know that this is not going to be possible if the people that are in my community are not going to make it. So I'm going to help you to achieve your goals, and you're going to help me to achieve my goals in the long term also with Trading Busters. Because you said something, Melanie, like how is possible and why I'm putting this much time into Trading Busters, where I can just trade like I did before, and that's it. But I kind of like it. First, you're looking for that, to have even more and more time. But right now I'm trading like few minutes a day. That's it for me. I mean, like I'm trading in the morning because it's more comfortable for me. And that's it. What can do? I'm not the type of guy that go on an island and sit there for months. It's really not for me. I like to be very active, interact with people, basically do something with my time. So that's why I'm doing this, because I'm really enjoying doing this. And I discover so many people like you, Melanie, stories that will motivate me also to do better, and you meet so many people, so many intelligent people, from everywhere around the world. Like you saw in the group that we have people from, United States,
Yeah.
Australia, Singapore, Europe, everywhere around the world. So that's very nice. I'm really looking into speak with as many people as possible and see how they are thinking and stuff like that, and their life stories that will also motivate me. And, you also help me, guys, to work harder to achieve even more, because with trading, I'm trading few minutes a day. That's it. After that, I don't really have too much to do. Just, relaxed, and I don't really like to relax that much. And you have quite impressive story, Melanie, and you really look very motivated for this, and this is you should be like that, okay? Because, like you said, your son, you have a big responsibility,
Mm-hmm.
and you definitely understand this, and that's very, very nice from your side, and that's why maybe you have a goal, a very clear goal, because I am a big fan of putting clear goals. I believe that our brains are working better when they have a clear goal. When you
Yeah.
have too many goals, I want to do this, I want to do that, it's not really working. The noise, it will make you look in so many directions. But when you have a clear goal, you know what you're working for, then you will start putting the work. And that's why you did the homework. You've been back testing, you work back and forth with your mentor, and achieve success. That's very important also for the people that watching us. If you struggle, just put a clear goal, but something that really motivates you. Of course, money will motivate you, but try to have a goal that, of course, will involve money, but have a goal, like you may say you want a house, where you can basically be sure that it's yours 100%. So you see, of course, you need money to buy the house, but not the money are the goal here. Yes, basically that house and your family is the goal here.
Mm-hmm.
So this type of goals, we need to have in life in order to succeed, because just money is never going to, it's nice, and the money, you need the money, but that shouldn't be the goal. You need to find goals that will be achieved with money, but to have like family, that's the most powerful goal that you can get when something involves your family, your kids, your parents. You need to have something extra to be able to put like for real into the work.
Yeah. To give you that motivation.
Exactly, because it's very important to be motivated for you to know why you are waking up in the morning, and put into the work. Melanie, why do you think your first attempts to be consistent, profitable didn't work?
I think we've already touched on the fact that I was using a different concept with the technical analysis, which just didn't gel with me at all. The other thing was, and I have learned a very harsh lesson, even since being with you guys early on into the group. I didn't understand or appreciate the necessity and importance of risk management. Simple as that.
It's simple. You need to respect the risk management. That's it. In practice, it's not really that easy.
I see sometimes, posts where, people show their results and whatnot. And I mean, I don't know what size of accounts they're trading with, and that's up to them. But when it goes wrong, it goes wrong. And you might get a winning trade and you've made $100 or $200. But if you get the stop loss, especially on the premium buster
Yes,
signal.
where it's an entire system, and there the risk
Oh,
manager is so
yeah.
important. Okay.
And I didn't appreciate the importance of that in the beginning because I was new, obviously inexperienced. And again, I felt like I had to make a certain amount to be able to cover subscriptions. Then I was like in in the worst position ever because I literally lost my account because I didn't realize the the mistake that I was
Yes,
making. And
because
it's only until I got into the mentoring group and we covered it in a lot more depth that I was like, it was that light bulb moment. It's like,
okay, because that was one of my question. What it was your aha moment? So now I know I don't need to put that question anymore. So that was your aha moment. So
so if
yes,
I've got any advice to anybody out there, listen to George, what he's saying, and watch his videos and take notice of the risk management because it's really important. Because otherwise, you'll put yourself in
otherwise,
a
without
situation.
risk management, it doesn't matter the trading system that you are using. Everyone needs to understand that a trading system will also have negative strikes. I'm saying this, let's say buster signals. We have like win, 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 and people see that, okay, the win will never end. For example, And what they are doing, they will say, even if they start with a good money management in the beginning, when you see that you are winning and win again and win again and win every single day and win every single day, exactly, you see that it's a month, you didn't lose any day. It's 2 months, you didn't lose any day. And then what you are doing in your head, why should I don't risk a little bit more just this time, And from that bit, you'll
So,
risk even more, you'll risk even more, and eventually a negative strike will come, which is totally normal. And after that, what you're gonna do, you're gonna lose the account and you get back in the situation. Maybe you didn't even withdraw too much money because you keep the money there to grow the account even bigger. This is that rat race, that will keep you there even if you are in a profitable trading signals groups. If you don't know how to manage the risk, and you're not gonna make it.
and
That's
that's
why,
the problem with the signal groups, because they don't teach you any of that stuff. It's like, yeah, you can get started with $250 and yeah.
it's really not like that. You need to understand that you go through negative strikes. That's why, I'm saying this all the time in my groups. I even, posted in pinned message. I have like a video explaining the statistics of the trading system, telling you exactly that you can lose that many trades. And even like that, believe me or not, even it's so clear there. I'm saying you can lose this. It doesn't matter if you made money every single day. You can still go to a negative strike that can blow your account if you don't risk this, like maximum risk per trade, for example. And
Mhm.
believe me or not, like you said, there are still people there that are saying, "Oh, I lost." Of course, you lost. Because it's a very clear here that you need to respect the risk management. I'm not saying to respect the risk management just because I like to say this. No, you need to be aware that without a risk management, there is no way for you to be able to be consistent profitable. And you definitely understood now, Melanie, that you cannot have a risk management if you don't know the statistics of your trading system, because you cannot choose the risk. I'm hearing and I'm seeing so many gurus or even people, normal people that are trading, saying that, okay, it's like that how they are calling the risk rule. You never risk more than 2%, or you risk 2%. That's like, there's no sense. You don't choose the risk. You cannot choose to risk 5% because you are comfortable with 5%. The trading system will tell you what is your risk allowance, because you go to negative strikes and you need to understand that you cannot risk more than that much in order for you to pass the negative strikes that you're going to meet into your account. People need to understand that, watching us, that you cannot choose your risk per trade because you want to risk that. You choose your risk per trade in the allowance that the trading system that you are using will allow you. So if the trading system is allowing you to risk 5%, okay, you can risk 5% and lower. If the trading system that you are using, it's allowing you to only risk 0.5%, then you cannot risk. If you risk 0.6%, then you are in danger to blow up your account in the first negative strike. Money management is not that easy as it sounds. Money management come only after you have very precise statistics of your trading system. And of course, you don't take decisions when you enter in trade, because if you take decisions, there is no way for you to have a clear statistics, because you take that decision because maybe you've been in a good mood. You cannot rely on this. Like you said, Melanie, and like you advise people, trust me, guys, when I'm saying that the money management is king. You cannot, trading, it's about so little about charts. 10% maybe about charting. You saw, Melanie. You know right now how to create trading systems. You can create, how many trading systems do you want? It's like easy. You're just going to get your time and create a trading system. That's easy. The hardest part is to understand the long-term thinking in trading, the statistics behind the money management, and all this stuff. Those are, the hardest things to understand. You need help, guys. It's not that easy to be disciplined. You need tricks in order for you to understand how actually this it's working. It's not just, a few words and that's it. Your money management is in place. Where did you get the most value from working with me and with my team? Because it's not just me. It's not, it's a full team behind me.
The knowledge, really, because knowledge is power. And that gives you, obviously, it opens up so many different avenues for you in terms of how you can progress. It gives you a lot of freedom in terms of a lot of decisions that you want to make in terms of how you want to take your trading journey, like you've already touched on, such as how many hours a day you want to trade, how much time you want to spend in front of the charts, what sort of, how many trading systems you want to develop, just having that knowledge to be able to even fundamentally create some basic systems, which if you'd have asked me earlier in the year, like, would I even have thought that I'd be doing this? I was like, no. So yeah, there's just so many different aspects in terms of like the knowledge, but obviously we've already touched on the whole risk side of things. Just the training and the learning has just been phenomenal. So yeah, there's just lots and lots to answer there.
Thank you for this. Me and of course my team will be very happy to hear this feedback. You say something there, Melanie, like, because I'm repeating this in the mentoring and live meetings and everything, that it's important for you to choose the hours that you want to trade, because that also may be a problem when it's come you have a full-time job maybe, and it's not really waste and that I don't recommend to just give up your job just like this, because you don't really need, I mean, like, you see how much time you have right now. I mean, like, only if you don't want to do anything else beside trading, then you can, quit your job or stuff like that. But a job and trading, when you trade like this, is not really a problem at all, because you can choose an exact time that you want to trade. If you want to trade in the morning, you can trade in the morning. If you want to trade in the lunch break, you can trade in the lunch break, and that's it. So
Yeah.
yeah, people need to understand that this may be a problem into trading, okay? Because you need to have the time to place the trades, even in the signals group. Maybe you are in a signal group where you don't really have the time to place, and maybe you place out of the trades, let's say 10 trades, you've only placed 5 trades. So that's really not a good idea, because in that moment, the statistics will go away and you may get some luck or unluck. The luck to get maybe only profitable trades, or the unluck to get the non-profitable trades. And then the statistics will disappear, and there's like very uncertain how the month, the 3 months, the 6 months period will look like.
You need to have a lot of patience, because it takes time as well to put some of these trades on. And if you are going to calculate your risk properly, you need to allow yourself enough time to be able to do that. Again, especially if you're placing multiple trades.
You need to calculate your position. You cannot just,
Yeah.
open like one lot, for example, for each trade. One trade has like a 20 pips, another pips, another trade maybe 50 pips, another trade,
Yeah.
5 pips. It doesn't make sense. It's crazy, because I'm seeing people doing this. It's just crazy. I really don't understand, like, why, how do you expect to make profit in the long term? Because it doesn't make sense. You need to take the
Yeah.
time. If you cannot take the time to calculate the position for each trade, because now there are so many, low size calculators that, you can do this very fast, or maybe even integrate it into your MetaTrader 4 platform or CTrader platform, okay? So people need to understand that this is very important. You have to calculate your trading position each time. So like Melanie said, you need to take in consideration the time that, you will spend in order to place the trades, especially if there are multiple trades. Melanie, I'm not going to keep you for too much long. I only want, you to answer to my last question, which is, for me, this is the most important question, because this answer, it's helping me to achieve better results and, be better at what I'm doing, and provide also better services for the people, because, I am in this business now, and I really want, to be in top of like providing services in terms of mentoring people and so on. You only mentioned good things, like say something bad as well. Like, what didn't you like? What we can improve at Trading Busters?
I don't think I would say that there's anything that I don't like. I did submit a few suggestions through to Law, my mentor in the mentoring program. One was we are a community, and especially in the mentoring group, I think it would be helpful if there was a medium where the people who are actually participating in the program can to maybe bounce off ideas or, you know, share their experiences or whatever, because it's very kind of closed off. I have my relationship with my mentor, which is virtually on the Telegram channel. But
Yeah, so maybe like a chat. Yes,
pardon?
this is like a chat group where
Yeah,
look,
yeah,
Melanie,
definitely.
you know, I got this feedback for a lot of members, you know. So a lot of members are
Mhm.
asking me about, to open a chat for, they to be able to, for it to be able to, speak and know all the others and things like this. People need to understand that we also do like live trading sessions where, you can, turn on your camera, turn on your mic and speak directly with me and stuff like that. So,
Yeah,
but of course, those are not like all the time. Yes. So yes, look, I'm gonna tell you, Melanie, why I don't leave like a chat group in our big group. Why I don't leave the chat open? Because
I think I know why, but yeah, go on.
basically that was one of the biggest step in my trading career from like not be successful in to be a successful trader. When I basically left all the groups where we chit chat, I unfollow everyone that I followed as a trader at that moment. Unsubscribed to all the trading channels. That was over 5 years ago. Okay, so it's a long period of time. But that was, the moment that changed me so much. That was like a crucial, actually, moment in my trading career. Maybe if I didn't do that at that moment, I wouldn't be here today. I know that that changed me a lot. So that's why, I'm keeping the exactly same thing here. The reason why is this. Even say something earlier on, that you saw, some results on Telegram and so on from people that, made that much money and that guy made that much money. And you maybe felt a little bit frustrating that you didn't make that much. This is a real problem because if I will leave the chat open, there will be so many different account sizes. There will be people that are trading on risk accounts also that, I provide this information that you can have a risk account and you can risk a lot of money and you don't care because that's a risk account. Nobody cares. But of course, you don't say all the time this. It's not going to post someone there and say, okay, this is my risk account. And let's say you are trading on a $1,000 account and you make $500 a month, let's say. And you are a very good trader. You have a very good trading system. You are respecting the risk management. Everything is very good. And then someone else coming in the group with a post that he just turned $1,000 into the 5K in a week. And how you gonna feel? That guy just
Yeah,
turned
no,
a 1K in a 5K in a week, and you just made $500 in a month. It's inevitable. You'll think, okay, that guy is a very good trader. I'm not that good trader. I don't have a good trading system. I need to research even more. So you're just going to give up of a very good trading system, or even worse than this. You're gonna do what you're gonna do. You will increase your risk using the same strategy knowing that you cannot increase the risk because of money management. The strategy may not allow you to increase the risk. So in the end, you may just blow up the account just because of this. So I'm trying right now, I'm really taking in consideration this feedback, but I'm trying right now, to work with my mentors and find a way to open chats, but in different groups, only
sorry.
for, people talking just about trading systems and stuff like that without sharing the money there because that's a
Yeah.
problem. That's a big problem.
And the other thing that I suggested to Laura was about having more sort of like interaction with them, with the actual mentors themselves, because everything's just kind of been across Telegram via messaging. I haven't had any actual like one-to-ones on a video chat like this. I don't even know what law looks like. So it would be really nice to be able to put a face to the name and to help just build that relationship and that rapport that I've got with my mentor so that we can catch up and just, I know that obviously they're keeping track and things like over messaging and stuff, but sometimes again it's just nice to have that personal touch like this and having a good old conversation.
That's to take into consideration. And like I said, I like this question, to put this question to the people that are in my community. This is how I got here, from
Yeah.
getting feedbacks from people, because we are still at the beginning and we still, we are growing fast.
Yeah. Yeah,
And the
totally.
reason for this is because I really take in considerations all the feedbacks, because you cannot be good to provide a service, and really help people without getting the feedback from them, Otherwise, it's just what I'm thinking. Of course, I know everything about trading, but with these things, providing mentoring and providing these services, I don't really have too much experience in this, and I'm learning, and I'm really looking for the people feedback to help me grow even faster and providing better services. Because like I said, I'm putting my time into this, and I don't want just to be another course, another service provider. No, that is, otherwise I could just stay with just trading and that's it. So because I'm putting my time in, I really want to achieve, on top when it's come to trading at around the world. So I will take all the feedbacks into considerations. I
I just
already
one more.
Sure,
There's one
sure.
more. The other thing I suggested to Law was about the actual training materials, because everybody's learning styles are different. So it would be good, and maybe for your next mentoring program for you to consider is having some like maybe PDFs or Canva presentations or documents where some of the stuff that you talk about and that you cover is actually in written format or with maybe visual like screenshots or diagrams, some like, just because I found it during the mentoring program. I loved the videos because the step-by-step thing, but sometimes, and even though I was taking notes as I was going through each module, if I needed to go back to something, it was quite tricky to find the point, the video and the point in the video that I needed to refer back to. So then I had to go through it all. And like sometimes it'd be good if you've just got something that you could flick to, like in terms of a document or like I say, or a Canva presentation or something that's a bit interactive in that way.
Good to know this.
So
Indeed, yes. If you sometime, if you want to go back to video, if you forget about something, you just may not remember the exactly minute where I said what I said. And yes,
mhm.
that's a good one. Also, thank you for sharing them. So, Melanie, thank you for all the answers. I really enjoyed this conversation. And thank you for answering to the last question regarding the feedback on what we can improve at Trading Busters.
No problem.
And yes, see you back on the live trading sessions in the mornings.
Thank you.
And see you soon.
See you soon. Thank you.
Traders, I hope you enjoyed the video and saw how profitable it is to trade based on statistics and probabilities. It took me years to develop this new trading concept, and now thousands of traders are using it and make daily consistent profits. But don't take my word for it and see for yourself. If you want to level up, you can join my free Telegram community. Our members have exclusive access to trading webinars, live Q&A sessions, and proven trading tips that actually work, all for free. We also have a Premium Mentorship Program where I work with traders one-on-one and teach them everything I've learned in 10 years of trading. It's wild. And that's about it. Don't forget to follow us online and to like, share, and subscribe. You will find all the useful links in the description below. See you in the next video.